The 10th anniversary Carnival LRs make their first return, but who should you choose with your hard-earned Carnival coins? How's it, everybody? Clink here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are taking a look at the Part 2 Carnival LR banner for the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and answering that age-old question, who should you choose with your hard-earned Carnival coins? After all, Carnival banners are one of the least common banners. They only show up about 3 times a year, and the only way, of course, to gain these coins is to summon on those banners when they do show up. So I know most people might just now be getting their 500 coins if they didn't already use them for pity. So it's good. It's a big, tough choice here, and we got a couple good characters I think you should consider. So let's go ahead, let's hop in, and let's take at the look at the list of available units, right? So first off, we have returning the Fizz LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the 10th anniversary, the AGL Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and the Family Kamehameha Gohan, the 9th anniversary Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, the AGL Omega, and the Fizz LR Sword of Hope Trunks, along with some various units that are getting their sub-EZA here in about 24 hours. So of the available units, it's kind of a tough choice compared to Part 1. Part 1 had a couple more, especially considering the EZAs that you could pick from, but here in Part 2, there's a couple different choices, but one stands out above the rest. Now, first off, let me begin by saying that if you did not pull the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or the STR Super Saiyan Rose or the Zamasu, then of course save whatever Carnival coins you do have for when they make their return at the end of the year, or God forbid, the next anniversary. You may want to save your coins for their return if you did not pull them. But if you know you're going to have enough Carnival coins by the time they return and are willing to spend now, then of course my number one pick for this is, of course, the Ultimate Saiyan Power Roar, the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. With the addition of this new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he becomes one of the perfect partners for the Gogeta. Obviously, the LR Super Saiyan 4 EZAs are great partners since they give them 7 links, but this guy, while giving the Gogeta here 6 links, which is still pretty good, he is also buffing him, right, when in both in GT form or in his Super Saiyan form, right? He is buffing him with 70% extra defense and an additional damage reduction, right? Just basically helps him, you know, deal with those bigger hits, because as many of you guys know, Gogeta 4 does not raise defense on Super, right? So this extra defense does help him out, along with the extra damage reduction combined with his own. It's very useful. And if he happens to be on the other rotation, or you're in a spot to allow Goku to stack first in front of him, he can actually boost Gogeta 4 by another 44% for 2 turns, right? Depending on if he is on the through his super attack effect, depending on what rotation if he's on. It's very, very useful tool, right? So he could possibly, if you can put him in slot 1, he could possibly buff your Gogeta 4 in slot 2. If not, he'll be buffing the one on the other rotation if you're running Gogeta 4 as a lead. So really, really great choice. He is honestly the best choice. His value has skyrocketed since the 10th anniversary. I have said since 10th anniversary that he was one of the better cards released, and was going to see right, while the fusions did dominate the meta, this guy was this guy was sitting in the back biding his time, waiting, and sure enough, that time is here where Giant 8 Power is coming into one of the best teams in the game, right? And there's still more to come, right? We know that a Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku is coming soon, as well as we do have the Heroes EZAs coming up. These guys here, if we just pull open Giant Ape Power real quick. We know that, right, these heroes EZAs are coming up. The full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, the Bardock, and the Gohan, they all should be getting their EZA during this year's, well, whatever replacement for heroes is, that time slot, they should be getting their EZA. So, I mean, the team is only going to get better. The team is only going to get better, and best to pick this guy up now if you didn't pick him up on your summons. He is definitely worth your 500 Carnival coins. Now, of course, right, you may have already picked him up, and you may be wondering, well, what are my other good choices? Well, I know a lot of people aren't going to like me to say this, but honestly, if you've got the 500 coins, you didn't pull the guy, and you need a good attacker for some of these short events, the special battle or the battle hardened formidable foes, Gohan is a great second choice. He is, he leads full power, which there are several missions that require full power, so having him as leads definitely very, very helpful. And I mean, he's just an all-around good character for short events. So if you need sort of, you know, a character, you know, a burst character for that, for those type of events, you know, he's definitely going to be very helpful. He links with a lot of good units, right? Namek Goku, the LR Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. He links good with the Broly, who is still good for short events. He links also good with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, 5 links. These guys who got their EZA back during April, right? And then, of course, right, he's got such a good... Being a Super Saiyan / Super Saiyan 2 Gohan means he has one of the most versatile link sets in the game, right? Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battles, like this is the Saiyan link set. He's going to link with just about everybody. So if you need a good short character, 500 coins, not that bad of a spend here for him as your second choice. Now, I have a wild pick for your third choice here, right? If you've got everybody else and you're just... you're really wanting to play around with the new LR Omega Shenron, the Fizz one, then I would push it out there that if you know you're going to be able to recoup the coins and you want to try them out, a decent option is actually now Omega Shenron, because GT bosses with all of the buffs coming in, right? If you guys take a look here, with all of the buffs coming in through the baby, through the Sen Shenron, through the LR Shadow Dragon Legion, plus Omega himself and his domain and buffs that he's given to the team, this guy actually got really good, because you can now run an actually decent full GT bosses team, which means, right, per GT boss category ally on the team, right, 7 GT bosses, you're getting 35% damage reduction right there, on top of a lot of the fact that, you know, most enemies can be debuffed by attack and defense 25%, right? So this is really helpful for the Rose Masu fight. Additional 7% damage reduction rate by for Rainbow Keysphere, so you can get, you know, average. Let's just say you got all 5, right? That's another 35 there. That's kind of unlikely, but even with 4, right, you're still getting 28%, so 35, and let's say 28% there. Like, that's still pretty decent right there. That's what is that? 63% damage reduction there. And then, of course, if you have 2 Omegas, right? Oh, I don't have his info up. But if you have 2 of the Fizz Omegas here up, he can have an additional 20% damage reduction, because Omega gives 10% damage reduction rate for GT bosses for 2 turns. So, you know, that's 83% damage reduction right there. Like, that's insane, right? He's gonna be untouchable, and I've already run him even without the extra GT bosses on the Rose Masu fight, and he's already taking double digits from Rose. So, like, he's a pretty decent option if you want to run a full GT bosses team. But so, just throwing that out there, that if you have everybody else, you're not missing any carnivals. You pulled the Gogeta, you pulled the Rose and you have all of these other recommendations, then honestly, Omega's not a bad option now that the team actually has a leg to stand on. So I don't really recommend picking up any of the EZA banner units that are here on the banner. They're not going to be worth it. You'll pull it if you haven't pulled them already. You'll pull them eventually in your summons. No need to waste coins on these guys here. I would just save and wait till you pull them on, you know, whatever banner. Or hey, in 2 months we're gonna get thank you tickets and you can literally just grab one for free with your tickets. So no need to waste any coins for them. So guys, that is it for our video. That is my recommendation on who you should pick up with your hard-earned Carnival coins. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a must if you have Gogeta 4 and you do not have him. He should be your #1 priority, followed by the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and then of course Omega Shenron as a last resort. If you've got everything else, he will definitely help out your GT Bosses team. So that's it for the video, guys. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know who did you end up picking with your Carnival coins? Me personally, I don't really need anybody at this point. I guess I could dupe out and rainbow my Omega, but we're not going to do that. But really happy with the units that return on this banner. I never thought Omega was going to make another return. It's been a while, almost a year since his return. So anyways, that's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.